Okay, so today we're doing something I've been looking forward to doing for a while. We are cleaning out the barn. I've cleaned it out, like we've cleaned out different stalls here and there since winter and swept the center path, but it just keeps building up, and the more animals we add, it keeps getting worse. So it's time to do a deep clean in there.
Yeah, we've probably cleaned up a little bit, but it is the majority of it has been sitting in there all winter long. And now that we got the compost bins built, we got somewhere to put it. So we have been putting this off, waiting for a new area to compost all this material in here. So it is going to be pretty bad. It's built up really high, but that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to clean out the barn. Then we'll put it in the compost bins when we're done and try to fill up the compost bin. The problem is we're going to have to do this all by hand. Yeah, so the doorway here is not big enough for the tractor to get into the bottom of the barn. So we're kind of forced to have to bring all the material out to the barnyard by hand. You know, it's all going to be just a big chore to get it all cleaned out.
A lot of manual labor.
Yeah, so your back will probably be hurting by the time this is over with. But so what we're going to do is, we're going to try to bring all this material out. And we'll just probably make a big pile out here in the barnyard where we can scoop it with the tractor. And then that's going to allow us to probably lock all the animals back up in the barn. And then we can just leave the barnyard gate open and I can drive in and out freely with the tractor and pick it up when we're done. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. A big, nasty, dirty job in the barn. So let's go ahead and get started, I guess. Woo! Yeah, guys. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Look how deep that hay is. Isn't that crazy how deep that is? Oh my, that's a lot of hay. Yes, it's embarrassing that we have that much hay in the barn. This is the last of it. So we just got done cleaning out the chicken coop and we ended up finding more mice.
lots and lots of mice.
So yeah, we thought the cats had got all the mice, but when I started digging in that litter, which was wood chips, we originally put a bunch of wood chips in the chicken coop. The mice had made some nests in there. I found at least maybe 2 or 3 nests that were burrowed down inside, and then mice just scattered everywhere.
Yeah, it was
And
terrible.
yeah, so the cats were having a heyday, man. It was amazing.
Yeah, they all had mice, even the little bitty kitten. Some of the cats had more than one mouse.
Yeah, there was one had one in its mouth and was chasing other ones and trying to catch them. It was, yeah, it was pretty crazy. So next we're gonna do is we decided to spray to clean out the barn with a pressure washer.
Yeah, it needs it. I think it'll be good to just get all that gunk out of the concrete. It'll probably smell a lot better.
Yeah, so we're gonna hose down the concrete real well. We got a couple squeegees. Hopefully, after we're done, we can at least push most of the water out of the barn, out this door. There is this old, like a French drain system that's in there, and it's all clogged up, so it don't really work. Maybe one day we'll eventually get those drains cleaned out so that the barn will drain the water. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna pressure wash the floor and get it all spick and span.
We're closer to a clean barn.
Yeah, closer to it being smelling better and a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
So all the animals are still locked up from when we put them in there last night. And I'm just gonna leave them in there this morning. I'm gonna come in here with the tractor. I've got the gate open, and I'm just gonna start scooping up this big pile and move it over to the compost bins. So I got that that huge pile of everything that we cleaned out of the barn. I got that moved over and into our new compost bins. And here in the barn, I've got a fan that I've been moving around trying to dry the floor out, trying, you know, from where we wash down the barn. So the last thing to do is going to be the chicken coop, and I like to put wood chips down in the chicken coop. I think it gives something, you know, something good to put down for bedding in there. It gives the chickens something to scratch through. But before I do that, Rebecca wanted me to put some barn lime down on the floor. So that's basically ag lime, or it's crushed limestone. And when you put that on the concrete in the barn, it does help take some of the odor out of your barn, make your barn smell a little bit better. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some lime down, and then start putting about an inch layer of wood chips in the chicken coop. So let's go ahead and get this finished up. So barn lime is usually a little bit grittier than regular ag lime. It's just so it's not slippery on the floor. It's made to go on the floor. So it got a little more grit to it so that you keep your traction, I guess. Okay. Well, I'm going to just move it around just a little bit. No reason to try to go and make this all nice and even, because the chickens they'll scratch through it and they'll spread this all around for me. So, just trying to work the tall spots out. Okay. Well, this job has needed to be done for a long time, and I am glad this is over with. I sure hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I guarantee I did not enjoy making this video. This was a big, nasty, smelly job that nobody wants to do, and we've put off for way too long. So hopefully, I mean, the barn is all nice and clean now. It smells good in there, everything's great. And hopefully we don't let that build up that bad again. We'll keep on top of it, keep it cleaned out. So Rebecca, she's working tonight. That's why she's not in the video right now. But honestly, she was a little bit embarrassed at how dirty the barn was, how much wasted hay from the goats had built up over the last few months, several months. And yeah, it had got really bad. And the plan is we're going to try to clean out the barn more often now. We're going to get away from that deep litter method, because that was kind of the idea. We'd let that kind of just sit in there. Hopefully it would compost a little bit and create heat, keep the barn a little bit warmer. But that is way too much stuff to try to clean out at one time. So planning on keeping it cleaned out way more often. I asked Rebecca how often. She said she'd like to clean it out every week. We'll wait and see whether that happens, but hopefully from now on we will keep the barn cleaned out and not let it get away from us like this. But yeah, I'm glad this is done and over with. It was a big job. I did learn probably a couple things from today's experience, from the last couple days. One thing is the tractor bucket does not like to pick up wasted hay. The hay just likes to kind of ball up and then fall out of the bucket, and it's not the greatest thing for picking up hay. A grapple would work great. In fact, my dad on his John Deere, he got a grapple not too long ago. So it's too bad. I would have thought of that earlier. I would have borrowed his tractor, and it would have maneuvered in this barnyard better. So my tractor, I think I got a 10-foot gate here, and I could barely even angle it enough to pick up the pile. So I definitely need a bigger gate on the front of the barnyard as well. So I think it's something I'll probably look at doing in the future, is replacing this gate, moving a post, and making it a little bit more easier to get in here with a tractor for when we do clean out the barn. But yeah, it's been a long couple days. I'm glad it's over with. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.